Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Transport Fever 2 Strategy and Tactics, Episode 2. So, when we last left our little empire here of the Death Valley Tourism and Entertainment Department. I'm trying to remember what I named. The Death Valley Board of Tourism and Recreation is what I ended up giving this company's name. We got ourselves a nice little route here, and it's doing what it needs to do. But we need more. We need a bit more. We need a lot more. But we need to be careful about how we expand. Because in a way, we need to watch our finances. We've got a $3.5 million loan. We can go up to 10. What we do with that money going up to 10 will determine our success or failure in this endeavor. So we need to make every cent count. So then, a couple of housekeeping things that I wanted to do before we started doing any further expansions. One is that, I just noticed that this road grew here. This didn't used to be here. I think we have a better spot for Albert Road here. All said and done. That we can, we might have a little bit better of a placement here that can catch more things, while without being too horrible. Yeah, because the commercials extend down here, so dipping into here isn't the end of the world. So let's make use of that. Ba-doop. I'll leave these things still tram-tracked up, but yeah. Let's get rid of this little stop right here. Oh, we'll be replacing it. They put like a little ghost placement marker. See this little gray box? You have until that decays to place another similar stop nearby, and it'll latch on to that, so you don't have to rebuild everything. Yeah, I think this is the correct answer right here. This also makes things significantly shorter. Now let's ponder catchment areas here. Yeah, that still doesn't catch very much, so we do still need a helper area. That catches significantly more, though. Like, this catches almost all the way up here. We may want to split this up a little bit and maybe have one up here, and then just have two different routes going to here. I think that might be the correct answer here. So let's do something similar here. We're going to get rid of this double-sided one here. Boom. Don't worry, all the people will migrate elsewhere. Right then. Yeah, let's go up here. And we'll have it towards the higher part of the area. Because, alright, so this only reaches out to here, this little lollipop shape area here. This reaches all the way out to here, so it's just basically the northern tip up here. We could even do without something like here, but let's expand for growth, plan for growth. Now we do miss out on this little commercial district here. If we were to place a thingy here, still wouldn't grab it. Place a thingy here, it would grab it. And it would grab those up there too. And that would actually help us expand. Yeah, you know what? We're going to take you out and we're going to put you in. Oh, that's a curve? I was hoping to get a free Yui out of the deal. But no matters. I guess the other thing we could do... Well, no, we'd have to put it up here in order to get that. Okay. Yeah, we'll put you up here. I wasn't close enough to hook onto it. Fair enough. We've got some rerouting anyway. Alright, so yeah, this route's gonna go away. This is probably going to be messing up some of our stuff. And And then you will become here to here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's a good answer. Now let's just meander our vehicles over to the correct areas here, because we got a bunch of trams over here. Nothing on 4, so let's scooch 2 of them over to 4. All those 11 billion people looking to make their way up here. We're going to have to find some new accommodations. Hopefully that didn't tank our rating. Yeah, we had a station rating here, but yeah, it looks like they're finding. Yeah, they're finding. Look at this. We got a little marathon showing up here. So yeah, they found their station. We didn't lose all those people. We are going to be losing some people here because of that shrinkage from the penalty here. The other thing I want to watch is to make sure this doesn't go on too sharp of a decline. Number of destinations. Because in theory, yeah, we're going to need a bit more. Actually, what we'll probably want to do is kick one of the line 4s over to here. Back to line 1. Because obviously this is the much more in-demand area. And let's, while we're at it, throw one more of these in here. And that's the new line 1. That should do things nicely. Okay. Now, how are we doing here in New Jetstream City? I think we're doing pretty well. I do want to improve this area in that we want to space these out a little bit. Like, I'm thinking of maybe putting this stop a little bit further in, because these two are kind of cannibalizing on each other. So if we do something a little bit more akin to like here and here, because then this thing gets all of this over here. The only thing we're really missing out is this little area, but we get all this area too that this area does not get. So I'm happier with that. I think we'll be okay. Maybe tossing one additional shrimp on the Barbie, so to speak. And this is all line 3. Excellent. Again, it may seem like a lot of little fussing, but optimization is key. Absolutely key. Now, our route right here, train number 1. Doing its thing nicely. It's keeping up for the most part, but we want to add some more oomph to these things. We want some more goodies. So I was doing some experimentation and testing, and I realized something. So in the early stages, when our engines are small and weak and well, rinky-dink, we can't really, in good faith, go for the long haul routes as much as I'd like to. This is about as long as we can get away with. Any longer than this, and the economics start to go south on us. So we're going to want to stick to the cities that are closer together. Luckily, we have a nice little cluster of them up here with relatively few, by dry map standards, obstructions. So let's dive in here. St. Michael is what I have my sights on next, because it is just a hop, skip, and a jump north of New Jetstream City, and we can plug it into our network. So plug it we shall. Now, what we're going to want to do is, whenever we're doubling up on a station here, I like to add in a dedicated platform for whatever I'm adding in. So since we can keep to just the one track, because this isn't that busy a station, we're just going to toss in another passenger track, and then we're going to have it coming out this end. So that way they don't fight too aggressively for it. As for here, this little kitty corner right here is absolutely perfect for a bus depot. Because it's got the side there. Yeah, pretty much gets all of the commercial and industrial zones. So we just pretty much just need one thingy for residentials right here. What's a good way to catch all the residentials? Like, we could do one up here, although that's going to make it go all the way down and all the way back up. I might actually commit a cardinal sin here, borrow a little money here, and actually flatten one of these houses. I know, it's not what I should be doing, but it's going to help us get a quicker turnaround, so we don't expose as many residential zones to noise. So in the interest of a lack of noise, we will and actually we want to move it up so we don't demolish that second one, but we don't want a house to grow in there. We're gonna smush. I'm sorry folks, we gotta smush. Alright, now we're gonna get our tram tracks up along here, and of course tram trackify you. And then this way we could cover this entire town and get away with it with just a single stop, because St. Michael's is a bit on the smaller side, which is a good thing. Got to get our goodies here. Yeah, we'll get you over here. That way we don't have to tram trackify too much else. Although I don't really want to stomp on stuff that's right outside the station. It might be worth the extra expense to tram trackify because it's not that much. I don't want to tram trackify all the way up there. Well, maybe I do. $2,000. I'm not gonna lose sleep over $2,000. I am being stingy, but I'm not being that stingy. What? Yeah. 200,000? No, I am not spending 200,000 on modifying that much terrain. Please and thank you. 12,000. That's more like it. Jeebus criminy. Okay, let's hook up these new lines. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to buy 2 of these. We'll do the maintenance here, because one other thing that I found in my experimentation here is a big component to getting passengers on your passenger lines here is getting your frequency up. This column right here, this is a lot more important than the game lets on about it when it comes to passengers. Frequency and more specifically speed to destination has a huge impact on whether or not people are willing to travel far and wide to reach their more distant destinations. You'll notice here that yes, this one train line here going back and forth, 14-minute frequency. That's fine and dandy, but we would get even more passengers going there if that was a faster frequency, which is again why we're doing things a little bit more closer to us, at least while we have the slower engines. So I'm going to use my thing that I say I don't like using, but I'm going to use it anyway. Is there anything worthwhile behind me? There might be for future use. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a passenger line, the through method here, or maybe not. Yeah, we can do a terminus and then just rearrange the buildings afterwards if we don't like it. and turn it into a through station. Yeah, they can just walk right across the street. Perfect. We've got the 120 meters. Excellent. All right, so let us do this. Let us draw our line. And once again, we're going to be careful with our tracks and careful with our costs. And careful with the terrain. Luckily, this one shouldn't have too many obstacles in our way. Yeah, there's not too much gnarliness out there. We just want to make sure we avoid these farmers' fields, because whoa, we were eating the side of a mountain right there. We don't need to eat the side of a mountain. Yeah, we're on the side of a slope here. We gotta just be careful. Boom! Look at that. Yeah, let's be careful here. That, my friends, is why you draw in small pieces here. Because otherwise you're going to make the world's largest divot and have the world's largest terrain manipulation bill. I know it's a little bit more fussy. We're going to have to plow through this little hill up here, but a little bit of terrain demolition is not the end of the world. Let's take out another loan. All said and done, this isn't costing me too much. I mean, we're going to have to pay for the train, but that's still not too bad. Even that's not the worst thing in the world. Now, I'm going to show you a little tip here, a little trick to help facilitate the transfer of passengers. So what if we had some people in St. Michael who wanted to go all the way down to Melanopolis? Well, we want to make that as quick and easy a transfer them as possible. So one little tip here that I found useful is if we go, actually it's not in there at all, it's in here, configuration, miscellaneous, passenger underpass. This, my friends, this is what, this thing is key right here. One on this side, one on this side. And now passengers that get off on one platform can just very easily take the underpass underneath the rails and show up on the other side. It makes things so much easier for them. And then just makes this, much more popular and much more palatable for them to be on the other side. Now then, this route here in the middle is... You're heading back down, aren't ya? Aren't ya? Yeah, this thing needs to absorb some more. I still got to be careful about this, because the temptation to just ultra spam and get rid of the problem right now is there, but we don't want to. Oh, I keep sending these things to Route 1, and that's actually Route 4. No wonder I'm not helping it in my cause any. Yeah, you guys all go to Route 4, please. That was my problem. All right, well, let's get a train going here. Actually, let's get a route going, and then we can get a train going. From New Jetstream City to St. Michael's, and it's using the other platform. Get a vehicle here. Rinky-dink engine, rinky-dink coach. And I like this little setup here. The 48 capacity. It does well. As far as the speed goes, it's economical without being too expensive. We'll borrow just 2 more million here. Let's see if we can get a tick of income to afford this. $279. Come on, tick of income, like big tick of income, before our next upkeep tick here. We don't have a lot of expenses, although I don't know if we're really running a profit proper at the moment. I just need that big train to show up, and that should kick us over the threshold here. Of course, I'm just being silly and cheap, and I'm probably missing out on a lot of earnings here, just sitting and staring at my money and boring all of you. So you know what? We're going to take out another loan. We'll repay it when we need it. There we go. Line 6, my friend. Off you go. Now, if we look at our frequencies here, so yeah, this is a 9-minute frequency, which is a much faster and much better one. So we should get an appreciable amount of traffic going here. And then as for the feeder line, 76 seconds is the frequency here. So that should inspire more people. The way you can really tell if you've got your frequencies down properly is by looking at the destinations thing here. So we've hooked up St. Michael within itself already, and that's great. But obviously we want to hook it up to more. We want it to have more destinations. And it is slowly recognizing. Like I say, it takes a little while for places to get the memo. But here's the question. Will it be able to see all of New Jetstream City, and will it be able to go beyond New Jetstream City and start seeing some or all of Malenopolis? That's what we're after. We want all of Malenopolis to be open to the travelers of St. Michael. That's kind of our real goal here. So as we can see, yeah, we're already up to 180. Again, it takes it a little bit of time. We can also sort of measure the progress with New Jetstream City, although here, New Jetstream City just needs to see the one thing. So I previously had mentioned Malenopolis maybe being a hub. New Jetstream City, for the moment, is going to be a bit more of a hub. It is the larger city after all. But we will not forget our roots. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit, because we want these guys to start seeing and getting memos across the board here. And you know what? Part of me, what's the weight up here? Wow, 122 waiting for line 2. This is going to be a little bit trickier here. We may want to get yet another line out there. So let's do that. Because again, we got to be aggressive here in the early game to try and get our income not only stabilized but also flowing in and at an appreciable rate. So, because the last thing I want to do is sit here for a decade and wait, 10 years to make $1 million of slow, tiny, modest profits. So we're gonna tap into JC City here once again on the closer thing. We're gonna have it come in and out of New Jetstream City here. I know we could probably run a line between them and St. Michael, but again, I want the larger city having the direct access here. So let's take a look at our situation here. All right, so we've got the industrials and the commercial zones over here. That's not too bad. Residentials are over here, and we do kind of want to point the station towards Boydburg up there. So that's not a bad. This isn't a bad position to go into. Loop around the city a little bit. I don't begrudge a little bit of extra distance here. So if we get our bus tram station here, we say stick it out here on the outskirts here. Now, is this going to get pretty much everything? It'll get this half of the city, and then we just get one half for the northern stop here, and that should be pretty good. Yeah, get you right here. We don't need to do it. We don't need no stinking demolition. And then yeah, streets. I think we can. Let's see, send it back here. because this thing captures all of this. So this should capture everything over here. Yeah, that works perfectly. And we only need the one stop, but again, JC City is about St. Michael's sized. I will also go with two things for you. Can we stick you like way the heck over here? Yeah, you go right across the street there for me. That works. Oops. All right, so we're gonna get a 2 for here. Get that maintenance up a little bit. Line 7. I know I keep forgetting to rename the lines. Eternal mental block with me. I apologize. All right, now let's get that rail station in here. And we want it angled in a way for it to sort of plug itself in. Yeah, like that. That's not bad. That did line up, yeah? All right, good. Now, to expand our station to New Jetstream City, we are going to want to expand this out with some more tracks. And another... we'll keep things paused here, do what we need to do, and then expand out as needed. Like that, and that. Oh, wait. Pinstar, you dolt. Incorrect. Didn't finish drawing out the tracks. Now you do the platforms. And can't forget our underground thing, so people can transfer there. Now, can we worm our track into this? Oh, yes, we can. That's nice. Now, can we worm it out again? No, we can't. Oh, yes, we can. Perfect. We can escape. Escape. Huzzah. Okay. So terrain tools we go. And we want to swing on this side because we gotta dog leg it around here. We got a little divot over here. You can see when it's about to draw. Yeah, see when it's about to draw the terrain heavily. That's when you gotta back it off and just say nope. Boy, this is a nasty drop here. Am I not seeing something? Cause we are just gouging the terrain here. Or is this just a big fat decline? Yeah, no, we're not building a bridge. Game. This is a steep decline here. We want to keep it flush to the ground. That's a little better. All right, let's get. Yeah, we're still doing good here. Oops, no, don't want to build something all the way up there. We are going to need to go plowing through one of these. This thing right here, we're going to need to plow through it. Because otherwise weaving around there is just is gonna cost us too much in the long run. It's going to be a bit more of an expensive route, but oof. What is that? What is that? Game. What are we encountering here? Yeah, another decline. Sometimes it is better just to paint on in non-map mode because you can see what it's doing to the terrain a little bit more clearly. And then pull up and then pull back down. Actually, I think I kind of like this map view a little bit better because here I can tell just from here that we're going on a decline here. We don't have much of a choice, but we are, and we just keep going until we hit the floor. And then this should be nice and flat. Yeah, we want it nice and flat here. I'm okay with some divoting, but I'd rather not spend all of our money on terrain manipulation. Alright, and then here we just gotta link them up. Phew! That was a little rough. Oh yeah, the other thing I forgot was signals. So when you have a station being used backside and front, you generally want non-one-way signals in both directions at each end, so that the station itself becomes a block. Here we can do one of these, and then this doesn't need a block because it's got its own rail here. So that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Now then, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this little guy, because it's clear this little guy can't handle the volume that these guys put out. Oh, we just dripped below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you on this route. Do you to you. Perfect. So we're going to let you drop off your passengers, and then we're going to buy a new train, but it's going to go on this lane, but it's going to be much bigger. Much, much bigger. And we will be putting that rinky-dink engine, see if we can push it till it breaks. Till it snaps. All in the name of profits. Now that's not going to do much for its throughput value, but at the very least we can get the volume going in our favor. Alright, as soon as you hit that, I'm actually going to send you to the depot. Because that way you can go back onto this lane here. Oh, you're going to wait for this other train, aren't you? No, 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 no. We're not playing that game. That will let you give you the courage you need to get this Sam heck out of there and into the depot. Okay. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna retake our loan. You, my friend, are now going on line 8. You, my friend, are going to get loaded up to the 9s. 119 meters is the total length of this train, and that's the and our stations are all 120. So we're going to basically force this thing to carry much more than it really wants to. But in the we've got the capacity and the demand for all that. 17 cars. That poor train. I have no sympathy. And that way we don't have to double track. That's kind of the whole reason why I'm overloading this thing, is we don't need to double track it. Because that would be the correct answer in this particular case. See, this line's already starting to pay off here. It takes a little while for them to warm up. Oh, for Pete's sake. Could you not? Could you freaking not? Alright, back out to line 2 before people get bored. You've got 115 people waiting for you, so you can't even handle this load, but it'll still be good enough. And that'll start bringing in the Boku bucks. And we can already start paying off our loan a little bit. Meanwhile, over here in JC City, how you doing? Yeah, this little sleepy town's starting to wake itself up. 232, 236. We'll check back. I'm gonna let a little time pass between this episode and next, and then we'll check in on our little town, see how we're doing. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.